back to you live from that Masters and Royalty channel. It's your boy King Rebel.
Uncle Rico.
Representing that Rebel Nation, man.
Rebel Nation.
You know what I'm saying? Today, it's crazy now. We were just dealing with the Chinaman thing and charged and white, and then you get the Asian man shooting a 6-year-old black boy, man. And for everybody who think, oh, Charles White was wrong, or black people speaking up on that is wrong, you gotta say, hey man, our people the ones that suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a community. It's like you can go any major city in the country, and the Asians have a Chinatown or a place where they can congregate. Hey, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to us though, it's like it's open season. We the only people on earth you could make a song about killing. And it get played and all that. And it's what I've been saying. It's like when it comes down to black people, we not viewed like everybody else, like human beings, like civilized human beings. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go look at all the other people, well, we ain't gonna say all right now. We're dealing with this is historical of them assaulting, attacking the vulnerable, the weak people, women, children. So the question now is, all right, we understand that Charles White went one direction, you know, just exposing it, put some light on it. And now we see this pop up. So what's the reaction? What you think about it before we get into this video?
Pain. How long? How long do we allow ourselves to be defenseless to the point to where we spend money in their businesses? We're going to get our nails and toes did. We're going to the beauty supplies that they own. We shopping with them. We buying their food. And there's no respect toward us as a people and as a nation, to where it's gonna trickle down to where it don't even matter if you're a human being that's a Negro. Because you're a Negro, your 6-year-old life don't even matter to me. Now when I say me, I'm talking about as far as the Asian go. Mm-hmm. This is a 6-year-old baby.
No, for real, 6-year-old baby.
But at the same time, when I'm looking at the 6-year-old, I don't see a 6-year-old human being that's a baby. I see a 6-year-old Negro whose life don't matter. So I'm in pain. I thank the Most High that the bullet went straight clean through, and his life is still his to have to enjoy. How long, people? How long, Negroes? How long?
And this
Nation Rebel.
And the crazy part about that, this what I don't think we fully understand. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been living underneath some people that when we commit crimes against each other, that's exactly what it is, a crime.
Right.
When another race commits an offense against you, it's an act of war. Yeah, go kill some Chinese people and see how the Chinese take it. You see what you might say 5 black people on the news did. They got a hotline, they got an Asian hate bill passed with no opposition. You heard when I say opposition, mean like Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, the slogan itself, not that I agree with what they stand for, but just the slogan, Black Lives Matter, receive opposition.
Right.
Like Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, right? There wasn't no opposition to the Asian hate. It was something that everybody pretty much, okay, stop the Asian hate. Well, what about stopping the black hate?
Yeah.
That need to be a slogan, stop the black hate.
That's been going on for 400 years.
Yeah. And my thing is, while the Asians talking about, and ain't no hate, you gotta look at their actions. And all their actions say they hate niggas.
Now, if your actions don't say you hate niggas. By all means, speak out against the crime.
Speak out.
By all means.
Like Martin say, speak out. Talk to the streets. Goddamn me.
Rebel Nation.
Tell China Mac to come condemn the Asian man who shot the 6-year-old. Tell the Asian Crips to go handle that business then. You would think the Asian Crips would go handle the Asian man that shot a young 6-year-old black boy. Cause some niggas put him on. Go defend that. Guess what you gonna find out? They don't care about niggas. They don't care no way whatsoever, man. Now let's read this here as the story go. We better yet, we might be able to, well, I'm gonna use this one because we just read it. It say a 6-year-old black boy from Michigan was shot by an Asian man, and that report said that the Asian man may be planning a self-defense claim against a 6-year-old. So I guess the 6-year-old, they try to home invasion on their bicycles.
In broad daylight.
Come on, man. Shot through the window. Just a coward move.
Straight coward.
And I noticed all these other nations, they aim at, they when I say aim, meaning I never seen an Asian confront a grown black man and put his hands on him. I ain't never seen it. But you can find them attacking women and children.
Immediately.
You can find them shooting little black kids in stores. This ain't the first time. This is who the Asians are. This is who they, like, y'all looking at a few quote unquote good Asians, right? They embrace black culture. The rest of them hate you. And they hate it in their own culture for embracing you.
And it's not enough of y'all that understand where we come from as a people for y'all to speak out, because one thing I know y'all not gonna do, y'all not gonna expose what y'all saying behind closed doors because y'all don't believe in going against each other publicly. Mm-hmm. Prove me wrong. Not that I'm somebody that you have to prove something to. I want to be able to say positive, strong things about y'all not being prejudiced and y'all not being biased toward all lives matter and we shouldn't just be speaking on the aspect of Negroes. But I ain't seen nobody come forward yet.
Yeah, and just to give you another example, the Olympics gonna be, I want to say in Japan.
It is.
They done banned all Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. A shirt, any of it. They don't want to see nothing in there in the Olympics in Japan
I saw that.
about no niggas and their freedom. And let that sink in.
And at what point in time when that sink in, Negroes, y'all go back to the 60s and the 70s and start boycotting shit. See how things move along when y'all not in participation.
That's all you got to do. You can store the Asians out in this country.
Shit. How things gonna go when y'all take y'all money out of the nail shops? When y'all stop buying Chinese food, Asian food? When y'all stop doing business with them, since we not importing our lives on matter, since we can sit up and feel so bold enough to come outside with a sledgehammer or some form of a hammer and swing at a 6-year-old, and the 6-year-old is too quick for you to where you get frustrated, go in the house, get a gun, and shoot the 6-year-old through the window, and then claim a self-defense. Now, once again, Rebel Nation, King Rebel, Uncle RICCO, ain't said this all Asians fall in this category. We saying that if you don't fall in this category, by all means, let yourself be known. Because right now, I want to say things to encourage something that supports my people, and I keep coming up with a dry well.
It ain't nothing, I mean, no, they not going to speak against it.
I know they not.
You know what I'm saying?
They
you
right, King,
right now.
King Rebel, I know they not.
They're not going to speak against it.
But just to be fair, because I don't want nobody to sit up here and say, hey man, Rebel Nation is not for people. Because they for their people. Mm-hmm. I don't want to give you the opportunity to say that. I'm just saying, speak out.
And who else needed? I'm be honest. All these old, which I'm gonna say it like this, like the neighborhood that they accepted in California, which is cool. All right, we're not talking about your neighborhood. We're not talking about Cali. We're talking about the nation as a whole and how those people treat us as a whole. And you're gonna see that we the farthest things from allies or friends. You know what I'm saying? And as a race to ourselves, shit, we gonna have to come together in our whatever region of the country you in, whatever you at, and you're gonna have to create a structure. If y'all don't want nobody to snitch to the police, right? Then you need to create a system in which you can get justice.
Exactly.
All right. If we don't want to be victims for the predators, then we're gonna have to create a system to protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? In other words, nobody can do this but us. And if you continue to sit back and man, it don't matter, I'm just one individual, or I'm secure, so F all to everybody else. If you continue to do that, then you're gonna continue to get what you get. You get eaten up by everybody. How is Asians in your neighborhood making $1 million? The Arabs in the neighborhood making $1 million. The white men in your neighborhood making $1 million. And none of these people want to employ you. None of these people give anything back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Now they say we so criminal. Mm-hmm. Well, what if we start doing like the mall? You can't sell nothing in our neighborhood without the neighborhood getting a tax. And that tax will go to who? The organized body that's enforcing it, or organization. You know what I'm saying? That should go out countrywide. Hey man, if you can't get employed at that store, if they treating you like garbage, talking to you like you nobody, it's one or two things you can do. Burn it down, or make them pay a tax to be in our neighborhood. I mean, now they'll say, oh, he advocating violence. I'm not advocating violence. I'm advocating a solution to the Asians and every other person in our neighborhood that's trampling over us, who are stealing from us, who give, and they don't give nothing to our existence. So why should you care?
Right.
Like that's the whole point. They don't contribute nothing to our existence on no level. Why should we have all this empathy and consideration for them when, as you can see, according to the police report, the incident began when the first grader left his bike on the neighbor's lawn in Michigan. This just for a black boy dropping his bike on his lawn. Can you imagine the hate? He looking out the window. These niggas done put his bike on. Oh, man, come on, man. And this is their attitude in every place. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get to talk about, how they blocking you out the whole hair industry while they selling it to you. They done created a system where it's hard for you to even get in that industry. Where you gonna buy the hair from? Mm-hmm. These people have cornered the market, stole it from you and cornered the market and won't let you in, but you are the biggest customer. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody buying her like these black women. Mm-hmm. And these black women getting disrespected and washed all through the store like Big T. Mm-hmm. Big T in Dallas, Oak Cliff, is a place where a bunch of foreigners from Asians, Africans, Arabs, they all, it's like a little flea market. You know what I'm saying? A bazaar.
In the black community.
In the middle of the black community. And they only customers is black people. But soon the time you walk in there, all these foreigners, right? From Africans, Asians, Arabs, they all watching you. Now, mind you that all their money come from black people. And everything in here is fake. And they watching you every minute to see if you're gonna steal something. They done remodeled the whole outside of the place off your money.
Mm-hmm.
They living in big houses. They sending their kids to college off their money. And while you in there giving your money, you worked on a job or you hustled in the street, however you get your money, you got to go in there and be subject to a person whose whole livelihood is eating off you while he watching you to make sure you don't steal. It's crazy, man. It's insane, man.
And
You know what I'm
then
saying?
while you spending your money with them, you subject to them talking to you in a formality of, are you going to buy these shoes or not?
You remember when they one got the hat made up there? Bro, right? Yeah. And they were like, they messed up the spelling on the hat. And damn near thought it was funny, but you paying your money for this service. Now, if I was to do another brother like that, he'd get dead on my road.
Yeah.
But we got all type of compassion and consideration for them. They don't put in your mind not to be a nigga. Be a nigga at all costs. I guarantee some of this shit is stop.
Negroes been embracing people for years. We always been, hey, come on, if you're hungry, we gonna feed you. If you got clothes, if you need clothes, we gonna clothe you. We always been embracing other nations and other cultures for centuries, and we're not getting it back. That could have been your godson, your nephew, your grandson. We got to do better, man. We got to recognize that, hey, when is enough enough? When is enough? What are you subject to? I don't know how it is anywhere else, but I have been a victim of going into a British supply house that's owned by agents in a Black and Hispanic community, and no one black works there, no one Hispanic works there, but this is a Hispanic and Black neighborhood. But when I go in there, no matter how many times my family and I have been in that business, it's always, you going to buy something or not? Damn, can I look around? Why you on me like that? When I done been coming in out this place since I opened up, I don't even go in no more.
That's what gotta happen. We gotta stop socializing with them. Stop spending our money with them, man. That's what we got to do.
Now, if it's Asians that has the ability to use the common sense to say, Rebel Nation, I heard what you're saying, and we should campaign to tell our fellow Asians to respect the customers and respect people the way that they respect you. Y'all should be on that campaign. If not, then it shouldn't be no problem with us being able to say what we're saying, especially if you know it's true. Because now it's a strong campaign going on. Now this bill done got paid that we have license to kill Negroes and be able to say that it was in self-defense and we were scared and we purple for our life. We done seen this play out before in California. The girl get murdered and the Asian woman get out scot-free because she said she was scared and she put for her life. Now he's going through a self-defense claim against a 6-year-old man.
And let us not forget, this here go out, man, you can go all the way back to the Rodney King ride. Them Asians shot a couple niggas out there then.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, protect their store. But this is what they need to understand. You wouldn't have to protect your store in a Black neighborhood if you had to support other community.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. These same agents running parlays and all type of illegal activity out these stores. You know what I'm saying? Same way in Big T. All that stuff should be copyright, infringement, all them fake Jordans and clothes. They should shut that place down. They operating freely with immunity, and all this stuff in here is what's the word? They done bootleg.
Right.
All of it fake.
Fake as you know.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
Nothing.
And they doing this in every city across America, man. Let's put a spotlight on the agents since they want to be seen by agent. Hey, let's put a spotlight on what they doing in these communities. Let's get some undercover cameras in these stores where they doing all this illegal parlay gambling in Black neighborhoods.
Asian hate. Asian hate.
They talk about black hate, you know what I'm saying?
Asian hate, man, when we just shot a 6-year-old and trying to plead a self-defense case behind an attempted murder.
Just like you say right here.
There ain't no assault, that's attempted murder. He shot him.
Say, 6-year-old, his friends were outside on their bikes on Candlewood Lane in, I can't even pronounce that, Yesalinia,
That's close enough.
where they stopped their bikes and left one of them in front of a neighbor's house. These little kids outside playing in like in any neighborhood. Now the crazy part to me is that only our kids get this type of aggression and abuse.
Mm-hmm.
As if our regular 6-year-old ain't a child and don't have the liberty to play outside in safety. As a child, we're not thinking about some grown Asian man hating black people sitting in his house looking for an opportunity to kill one.
Yeah.
A defenseless child. I know he see plenty of black men walking by every day. I bet he don't say nothing. He's just a coward. Like most of the other races.
King coward.
You can't go find one Asian that stands toe to toe with the nigga of our choosing. Not know anybody with somebody that black people choose. You can't go find one. Bruce Lee can't even stand up in front of a nigga. That's our TV. Bruce Lee ain't whooped nobody in real life. I had to hit like that because it's a movie. What is it called? It's America. It's like Hollywood, where they got a clip in there, like they talking about the 70s or something, and it's a clip in there where Bruce Lee had a video shoot, and a stunt dude was like, man, you can't do that shit in real life.
Big Boss.
Huh?
It might have been Big Boss.
Well, he handled it.
Or even Drag, because they done approached him at different times on different movie sets where he had to really kick somebody's ass behind the scenes.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the agent was upset about how they expressed, Bruce Lee in that face, as if he was cocky or arrogant, made him look, less than who he portray, right?
Right.
So the point I'm making is they guard their image, their reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, growing up, you didn't know Asians ate cats and dogs.
Right.
Now, if you ask a nigga that's how, nigga, you gotta be, how is y'all civilized?
Yeah, you right. I remember, you know what, matter of fact, you right. Because it was a movie not too long ago where they portrayed him, his white boy supposed to whoop him in the movie, and his daughter took it to him. Hollywood, some shit by
Hollywood something.
Quintino movie.
Yeah,
you right.
Movie. So, I'm saying
that shit pissed me off.
Well, after what I seen with the 6-year-old, I'm trying to restrain myself from being more vocal about my dislike at this moment to this Asian man, not the whole race. I'm talking about this particular one.
You got the right to feel like that and say what you got to say about that. Because one thing, once again, Rebel Nation, we don't want you thinking that we Asian bashing like for no legitimate reason, because we not. Because I'm familiar with what Bruce Lee went through. That's why I told you from the whole beginning in the episode pertaining to before this one. Niggas fuck with Asians because of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee introduced y'all culture to us. Mm-hmm. He went through some shit behind fucking with niggas. He had niggas for students. The Asians came against Bruce because he wanted to have the freedom to teach anybody. And it's a brother a lot of people don't talk about, they don't get his props. And his name is Jim Kelly. He was the only Negro that was in the Dragon. Him and Bruce Lee was good friends, and Bruce Lee trained him. But once again, this Asian right here, this coward that may have been influenced by not understanding what's going on with Negroes, speaking out about how they being treated by Asians.
He influenced by the Asian culture, what he heard in the house growing up, just like China Max said
exactly.
in the video. Granddaddy said, don't mess with those people.
Yeah, they robbers, they killers. Stay away from them.
Yeah.
Stay away from them.
They actually be black people to all the negative shit in society.
Yeah, stay away from them.
When it's crazy because the Asian man looking at, don't get me wrong, the Asian man don't look at the white man and say, oh, he's a robber, a thief, and all this old stuff. That would be crazy. I mean, how everybody say we criminals when black people as a race ain't wrong nobody.
Black people as a race ain't invaded China.
Ain't with the war with none of these countries.
Ain't
stole nothing from none of these countries. Ain't raped none of they women. Black people ain't do that. Guess who did? These people that y'all love and respect though.
The people that y'all.
That's why when the time comes, the Most High God gonna punish you Asians. Gonna punish you Asians for what y'all doing, for sitting back in silence while y'all know in y'all houses y'all preach and teach hate. God gonna punish y'all. And when he do, guess who's gonna be at the door waiting for you? Niggas. You gonna fall into niggas' hands one day. And we gonna kill your 6-year-old. Now when I say that, we not going out to do none of that. But one day, you gonna fall into our hands. It's gonna be different then. You gonna feel different then. This your opportunity to speak against the hate.
Speak out.
Speak against the black hate, Asian people like y'all wanted black people to join y'all cause. Come join this cause for the Asian man killing a 6-year-old. Coward.
Shooting at him, trying to kill him.
Yeah, trying to kill him. Salaki.
Most High had his hands on him.
But allegedly trying to kill him.
Most High had his hands on him. Trying to kill him.
It's gonna be a day y'all gonna fall into our hands.
No. Check this out. I just want to put something on your brain. Britain, which are a Caucasian race of people, invaded China.
Took over Hong Kong.
Germans, which are a Caucasian race of people, invaded China. Japan, the Japanese, invaded China. China had to go through all that to get their independence. Now, none time have a nation of Negroes invaded China and did any harm to any China people.
And if you go into the history,
No. Go ahead,
the Korean War.
Yeah.
Black men did not want to go over there and fight them. Ali, he a prime example, a world famous. You want to know the black view to going over there to fight? They be like, no, they ain't never did nothing to us.
They ain't never did nothing to us.
This and that, but guess what? Ali might, if he was alive right now, he seen this. He might want to go over there and go war. Like, man, I wish niggas had their own country, their own military, because stuff like this wouldn't happen. You would have to see niggas.
Niggas come together and stop. We fighting each other so much, so hard in every direction that
we don't even know this.
We don't even recognize
taking cheap shots.
Who the enemy is to recognize how many enemies we really have.
It's niggas against the world. That's what need to be in everybody, all black
niggas against the world.
Niggas against the world. Yeah, if they don't want us to be a part of their life, they done made black men the put them on the sideline of civilization. Yeah. Guess what? It's niggas against the world. And sooner we get our whole family of niggas together on that one motion, man, it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get ready to close this out, man, we do want to say that this is not Asian hate. You know what I'm saying? This is accountability. We asking our Asians to be accountable for the actions of other Asians.
I agree. And I have to say this because I've been approached by some Asian friends and Asian people that's in my own community. And I had to let them know, yeah, I know y'all good people. I know that. But it's not enough for y'all that's speaking that on the city, don't speaking out on. So this is not Asian hate for everybody. It's a topic that's being talked about that needs to be addressed because who gonna defend him?
Let me ask you one more question.
Go
before we
ahead,
close
bro.
this out.
Go ahead, King, bro.
I think, and all these black organizations, Farrakhan, Black Lives Matter, NAACP, Al Sharp, Jesse Jackson,
the Crips and the Blood.
The Crips and the Blood. The Disciples of Vice Lord.
Yeah.
All these, on whatever the NFAC, the New Black Panther Party, I ain't heard a peep from none of them.
No, not all.
In other words, if y'all gonna be the leaders and protectors of black people, that means not only do you gotta address white people, you gotta address Asians, and you gotta address black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Meaning, in other words, don't let them pass because you ain't getting a bag for publicity for speaking out against it.
Ooh, salute out to King Rebel. That was on money on that.
Umar Johnson, Charlemagne, all these media people and people that you see who are always talking about black people. They been talking about Asian hate, but ain't nobody saying nothing about this. This should be a hate crime.
Yeah. It
should be a hate crime.
Yeah. Because the bill that just passed, I want to protect them. Now, had it been a bill in place, which it needs to be a bill in place, Negroes should be in outrage.
Should be outraged right now behind this.
This is a 6-year-old boy. If you go...
They done buried the story, though.
I know it. If you go and find this story and go all the way into it, get what you'll find out. His father saying, I'm scared and fearful for the rest of my family because I don't know what else he's capable of because he's been released on a low bond. They gave him bond for $10,000. He already at.
I don't know about 100,000.
Yeah.
10,000 got out.
Now, where is the protection at for the 6-year-old that just so happened to be a Negro?
And got to go back outside to my room, and that man walking in and out of his house and with nobody, ain't like they ain't put no ankle monster on.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, come on, man. He right back next door.
And then you don't know what kind of traumatized, how he gonna be affected in the days to come behind this. The father out there, to the point where when you go deep into the video and you see the father, my feelings is hurt because where's the rest of our people standing out there with him? Where's our people that fighting for the 6-year-old?
That's the whole problem right now. I'm tired of seeing niggas standing outside with niggas congregating and protesting for nothing.
It ain't even that.
Yeah,
it wasn't even that. He's standing outside on a cell phone asking how this man get a bond this low where he already at.
See, to me that was weak. That was weak as fuck.
Well, that's what gets you when you try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
The right thing. See, which in a way
he ain't making no ruckus about it.
Yeah.
He just, you the bond. No, nigga, you supposed to be on her like. If a nigga would have killed your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, let a black person kill another black person.
Yeah.
They family try to hang him on the tree.
Yeah.
Well, same way when that white girl went in that black boy house and killed him, you know what that black judge did? A murderer, convicted murderer, when he gave her a hug.
Yeah.
The black bailiff caressed her hair right here in Dallas, Texas.
He gave her a Bible.
They were more concerned if God was gonna forgive this white police for going and opening up a black person's house and shooting him while he was on the couch talking about she thought she was in her house. Your key don't work to his door. But that's part of, and the only reason this is happening, that's part of the brainwashing. And when I say that, Stockholm syndrome, where you begin to love your captor or your oppressor. You begin to look for anything to make your captor or your oppressor happy because that's the only way you get some type of benefit. Now instead of hating your oppressor, and that's what you're gonna have to do. I'm talking to black people in general. They try to tell you you should not hate. I gotta say this one little thing, cause for all you Christian niggas.
Go ahead, King brother.
God don't want you to be at peace with the earth. That ain't in the Bible. All you Christian Negroes and all you street niggas who got Christianity on the back of your mind thinking, oh, nah, man, I can't do that. That man, now y'all can't hate the Asian. Y'all can't do that. Well, I'm just give you a scripture out the Bible, Matthew 10 and 34, and I really don't want to do this right now. But Christ Jesus in the old Bible said, think not that I come to bring peace. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. You don't learn. The realest nigga that walked the earth, you learned about him wrong. He not around here trying to forgive this Asian man that killed his brother. That shot this 6-year-old. That's not what he's trying to do. Nah, he don't want you to be at peace with these people. He wants you to be the opposition to the world. It's niggas against the world. Nigga, you the opposition to the world. Whatever the world think. If the world say you can be gay, nigga, you supposed to be saying, nah, we can't. If the rest of the world, if Chinese men say they can eat cats and dogs, you supposed to tell Chinese men, no, you can't. Yeah, you supposed to civilize these people, because they highly uncivilized. Don't let nobody tell you these people around these world is civilized. The only civilized people on earth is damn near niggas. I ain't playing. They make it sound like we brutes. We the only men walking around on earth that a female can get seduced. We call it gang now. Everybody else caveman and they women. The herb, his women can't even show her face. You know what I'm saying? You don't even hear a Chinese woman talking in the Chinese world. I'm just saying. Then you get to looking at niggas and they'll make it sound like we brutes. The white man, he was getting, that's why they try to have a prohibition. He was getting drunk every day beating his wife. That ain't a nigga history. Now, they might tell you that and put that on news and try to highlight and overemphasize, one or two people. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, they taking young children's stories. Oh, he was 15 or 17, 18, and he did something. And they take that and make you think, oh, it's the whole race of them. Hey, man, we the only civilized people walking around, man. I say that with a lot of confidence and being proud about that. Because you've been taught the news. You've been watching movies like Boys in the Hood, Minute to Society, and these other races, that's all they see. They listen to rap music and they see what's on TV. So in their mind, they like, man, niggas is out of control. Niggas is out here just ravishing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this the cold part about them when they think that. All right? Let me grab one of you Asians, put you in a cage and beat you every so often, feed you, and then when I let you out, let you work for me. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, let's see if you become a savage. Trying to get away from me. Yeah, you might kill somebody to get away from me. You might rob somebody to get away from me. That's the condition of black people in America. They becoming all this, other things because they trying to get away from somebody who is trying to oppress them, destroy them at every step of the way of their whole existence for the last 400 years. Before that, the Arabs had a slave trade. So we can really go back about 700 years on the destruction of our people. Like you said in that last video that was heavy, man, Uncle Rico said that, what you say, a divided nation that they trying to beat out of existence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't killed out of existence. We don't even know it. We sleep. We still caught up in the matrix. For us to speak on us being financial, economical established, and us start getting back to the point where we doing business in our own communities for ourselves. When you start talking about the Negro loving one another and us being unified, so before we didn't get that thought out of our head about everybody holding hands and singing Kumbaya, because We gotta get us together. And when we start talking like that, oh, we militant.
That's crazy.
We prejudiced. We got something against. Hey, I got an Asian restaurant I eat at faithfully. Got some good ass food. Come in when they come in when they see me, like, how you doing? And all that. But then I know what's going on behind closed though, because Julio stays down the street. And Julio says, hey, they don't like Negroes, man. They just do that for business purposes so you can come get the food. But see, what Julio ain't telling you, they don't like their ass neither. They just know Julio gonna go in there and cook lesser than if they hire one of their own people.
And this is the crazy thing about that. The only association we got with other, that's every race. It got something to do with money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only reason, like, it ain't like we love going to the Asian stores. That's the stores in our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead, King.
No, I'm good. I done gave all my thoughts on this one. But
Nah,
I gotta say this one time though, man. Cause that made me want to say, fuck the Asians.
Hey, salute 3 times King Rebel for being honest.
Yeah.
Check this out. Understand this right here. If you watching this and you got a problem with anything, you know what I'm saying? Ask yourself how a majority of people can't stand Negroes, but they got Pearl Jordans on. Ask yourself that. Regardless of what the fuck Mike talking about, or what Mike stand for, or may not stand for, at the end of the day, that's still a goddamn nigga. And y'all love wearing this nigga's shoes as if he not a goddamn nigga.
Oh man, them Asians over there, they done found something to put in their hair to make me like black people hair over there, man. Yeah, man. Right now, they in the boy band. They got boy bands over there singing and shit. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's cool. I mean,
About 80 motherfuckers in one group.
Yeah, that's cool and shit. Do all that, man. But address bullshit. That's one thing black people do. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. They make it sound like we just out here, you know, doing whatever we want. I know you think we doing whatever we want in the community. That is not what happened. Niggas doing what they gotta do.
Community needs to stand up.
Yeah, for real. Again,
community needs to stand up, man. This shit ain't supposed to be happening. This could be happening in the world, in the United States, in a community where an agency can come out, chase your son with a goddamn hammer, and then go in the house and get a gun and shoot him, and then say it was in self-defense in broad daylight. Where's the neighborhood crime watch that for this shit? Where's the community? Where's the Negroes in the uprage right now about this shit?
This one more other thing. Maybe he might not live in a community full of niggas. He might live in, you know, one of them old
mixed communities.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Hey man, black people, you gonna learn about going to live among these other people by yourself with no protection. You know what I'm saying?
Protect yourself all the time.
Why you think no one comes to the ghetto to shoot it up or to hate against niggas in the ghetto? It's niggas in every ghetto. Nobody goes down there and mess with them. Why? It's too many of them.
Protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, you gonna learn. You gonna have to learn a little being black again, man, and be around each other.
And start paying attention to what's going on. Everybody's supposed to know about this. Everybody, you gotta ask yourself why you didn't know about it until now. Protect yourself at all times, Negro, because guess what's going on? It's easy for any nation outside of you being a Negro to sit up here and say, hey, I was scared. I feared for my life.
Nah, for real, that's so easy to do.
Against us.
Nah.
Salute the Rebel Nation.
And salute to Uncle Ricco.
Whether you like it or not, push that damn button, man.
Subscribe and like, man. With that, you on the masters.